I came across this really brilliant no treble article about a guy called Mike Frost who was 22 in 1984, and he went for a lesson with the amazing Jaco Pastorius. And the article is brilliant. It's got a number of insights as well as an excerpt of the lesson. It's well worth checking out. I'll put a link below. But one of the things that Mike got from it, one of the biggest things, he said, one of the greatest insights that he gave me was to be aware of my right hand pizzicato technique. And it got me thinking, and I came up with this little very simple exercise. It goes like this. I'm going to show you that exercise and a few of the other things, and this is a lot about the plucking hand. It says, he then showed me how to strike through the string and allow the finger to land the following string. It was completely mind-blowing as I listened to how my bass sound changed instantly from just that one concept. That alone saved me years. It added an incredible amount of foundation, tone, and bottom punch to the note. Now that's pretty insightful, powerful realization there. And what we're talking about is this plucking hand, this index and middle fingers. That's how Jaco played all the time. And I think what we're referring to are rest strokes. So let's just have a look at this bass line, and we'll talk a little bit about the hand first before I show you some of the other cool stuff. By the way, this is a sort of triplet line, so we're feeling triplets in every beat, like a sort of jazzy swing blues type of thing. So we're starting here. We're going onto the 8th fret. That's the B flat. I'll show you the bass line first. So yeah, there's B flat, and then chromatically up from the 5th fret on the A string, and then chromatically up from the 5th fret of the D string. Sorry. Okay, so when we're plucking, we've got the B flat here. And I think that's what we're talking about here. This hand is the tone generator. So we're plucking with the fleshy part of the fingertip, and you want to make sure that you pluck straight through and rest on the string. That was what Jaco was talking about. You get a really full, fat, punchy sound. Now, he used to play a lot over the bridge pickup. This is the one at the back here. Even if you don't have a 2 pickup bass, like I've got a 1975 jazz bass here, you can play closer to the back of your bass and you will get a punchier sound. If I actually solo that back pickup, again, that's how Jaco would do it. Really comes out there. Let's put it back to roughly where it was. So we're talking about note length here as well. You can really control that with the plucking hand. Those are long notes. You can shorten them by plucking, for example, with your index and catching the string with your middle. The important thing here is to avoid a weedy, thin tone by perhaps plucking away from the string. You want that full, fat tone. Jaco also talks in that video about attack and about dynamics. These are such important and subtle aspects of your playing. And even if you're not into weather report, Jaco Pastorius, or jazz fusion in particular, this translates really to any style of playing. And so dynamics, if I just play the line, you can create dynamics in a number of ways. Also, note length is something to think about. So there, that last note's really short. Now that's actually a lot to do with this fretting hand as well. So even though we're talking about this tone generation hand here, don't forget the other one. And you can also alter the loudness, the volume of notes, the dynamics, by just plucking, harder or softer. And that really contributed to Jaco's, one of the things anyway, that contributed to his amazing touch was his ability just to be able to control everything. So have a little listen to that, have a little look at that when you're doing this exercise or any other exercises that you want to use. Let me show you a few of these little intricate moments. So if we start the first note, the B flat. So all these notes here, the D, the E flat, the E and the F, you can pluck those and return to that first note, the B flat. That's what I was doing there. You can lead back into the B flat, if you like, from the G, the third fret of the E. On the E string, you have no other string to rest on, but on the other ones, we're doing that, taking Jaco's advice and plucking really through the string to get that big, full tone. Now, if you listen to the excerpt on that No Treble article, which Mike generously shares with us, there's a really cool, well, there's lots of cool moments where Jaco's playing blues and he's just going around this, but he'll often just play something simple and then out of nowhere comes this, you know, this amazing line. So let's just quickly talk about a few of those little things that you can do just to expand from this very basic line. So there, just a very simple minor blues scale. You hear like dynamics there. I'm still trying to do that thing of altering the note's length if I want. You know, but those are the note selections anyway. You can also do a major blues, which is this one. B flat mixolydian also works. Now this is just to be creative along with your technique playing. You'll also hear this a lot in music, won't you? Especially that B flat mixolydian. Try this approach of, you know, nice full plucking through the string with these rest strokes, controlling the length of the notes, controlling the volume of the notes. One other scale I love to use, Lydian dominant over a dominant chord. Yeah, sounds really cool. One other thing that really strikes me from that video, and just listening to Jaco's playing as I have done for years and years, there is an attack thing going on. There is a punch to his playing, almost a life to it, but timing. Where he plays with such confidence and with such authority, and all of these things are linked. It's very much down to your technique and your timing and your coordination. I think if you listen to players like Jaco, hopefully, and you learn some of the licks that he plays, hopefully some of that rubs off on your playing. Right, so download that PDF, just take it very, very simply at first, just go through some of those concepts, especially just the plucking through, and just making it feel and sound really good. And what I'll end with is something that Jaco says a lot in that little excerpt. And he says, take your time. He says, take your time. Many, many times. And what he means is that you have to slow down with this. You have to allow your hands time to develop this. And I think at some point he says that he's been doing this for years and years and years and years. And, you know, some of us may not have he practiced for hours, just all the time. You know, some of us might not have that time, but at least if we can use some of these concepts, we're going to be advancing our playing, and that can't be a bad thing. Thanks very much for watching. If you like Jaco Pastorius and his incredible playing, check this video out. Otherwise, thanks very much, and I'll see you next time.